Yo, what's the dealio, man? Listen, you already know I got a straight banger for you today, all right? So in this video, man, it's gonna be a powerful one, right? In this video, what we're gonna talk about is astrology and trading, okay? Astrology and trading. Also, why do we feel certain ways on certain days, okay? Now, what I will say is be sure to watch this video in its entirety because this video can really change your life and it could change your trading. All right. This stuff is not woo woo. This stuff ain't made up. This stuff is documented and it's real and it's true. Okay. So, nothing that I say in this video is financial advice. If you guys want financial advice, be sure to talk to a licensed financial advisor. Also, be sure to like this video, y'all. All right. So with that being said, this got inspired to me because this morning we was trading. The stock market was moving so slow this morning, right? I did not take a trade all morning. Okay. So this is something I've known about for a long time. But I was like, let me make this video because people don't realize why the stock market moves slow on Mondays. Okay. So when you look at the planets, every planet has a energy. Okay. Every planet has an energy, right? Now, when you understand the energy of the planets, you also need to understand that every day has a corresponding planet that it's ruled by, right? So we're going to go through the days of the week and we're going to break this down so that you guys could really understand how deep this stuff goes. And then you're going to understand why, the market does what it does. Okay. So, when you think about Monday, what planet is ruled by Monday? Right? I'm gonna pull this up right here. Okay, right here. We're gonna go through the week. So you got Sunday. Sunday is ruled by the sun. Monday is ruled by the moon. Okay? Tuesday is ruled by Mars. Wednesday is ruled by Mercury. Right? Thursday is ruled by Jupiter. And Friday is ruled by Venus. And then Saturday is ruled by Saturn. Okay? Now, let's go deeper on it. Right? Let's go deeper on it. When you look at the moon, okay? The moon is basically like it's lunar, right? The moon is lunar, okay? It is a time for you to rest. Okay? When does the moon come out? When it's time for you to what? To sleep. Right? So the moon represents resting. The moon has a cycle. That's why on Mondays, people be like, oh, it's Monday. We're not supposed to be working when the moon is alive and present. Otherwise, we would be working at night, right? So on Mondays, right, is more of a time to be slowing down. On Mondays is more of a time for you to be really thinking about the week, planning some stuff out, resting, right? It's really Moon Day. It's not Monday, it's Moon Day, right? Why do you think that the names of the days tie into the name of the planet a lot of times? And then you also got to understand the Latin root word of it too. Okay. So that's Monday, right? Moon Day. Next is Mars. Okay. Mars. Now it says right here is ruled by Mars is best for taking action, right? Tackling hard tasks and exercising. So when we go to Mars and we look at Mars and we say, okay, what is the energy of Mars, right? What is the energy of Mars? Okay. the energy of Mars is fiery, right? It represents raw energy, action, desire, right? And survival. So when you think about it, that's why on Tuesdays, things start to get into action. So in the stock market, today was Moon Day. Monday, Moon Day, right? That's why the market moves slow. Tomorrow, things are going to speed up, right? Things are going to speed up tomorrow because Mars is ruled by, or Tuesday is ruled by Mars, right? And Mars is a planet of action, okay? Now next, what do we have? We got Wednesday, right? In Spanish, they call it miércoles, right? Miércoles, Mercury, okay? The planet Mercury. All right, it's ruled by Mercury. Ideal for communication, networking, planning, and learning, right? Now, if we go to Mercury, look at Mercury, okay? It represents the mind, intellect, reason, and how we communicate, right? It's seen as a symbol of transformation, often referred to as quicksilver, okay? So what does that mean? On Wednesdays, it's a great day for communicating, right? It's a great day for networking, planning stuff, learning, right? Because of the energy of the planet, the energy of Mercury, right? Next up, we got Thursday, right? What planet is that? That's Jupiter, okay? Let's go to Jupiter real quick. The energy of Jupiter is to expand horizons, right? Through knowledge, travel, physical abundance. It's associated with attracting material, wealth, and good fortune, right? So that's why on Thursdays, right, it's good for doing financial things, right? Financial planning, long-term planning, right? Because that's the energy of Thursday, right? That's why the stock market, I love trading on Thursdays. I love trading on Thursdays. Thursdays is one of my best days trading most of the time. Right? Then we got Friday. It's ruled by Venus, okay? Venus is what? It's the planet of beauty, right? Venus is all about beauty, okay? When you look at it, Venus, it's the feminine magnetic frequency, right? Of love, beauty, attraction, and self-worth, right? So that's why on Fridays, it's with romance, socializing, art, beauty, relaxation. That's where you get date nights from. Right? That's when you get, people going out at night and they in love, right? Because Venus is the energy of Venus, right? Going out to dinner at night. People, you know what I'm saying? They go home at night, they get their loving in, you know what I'm saying? Because the energy of Venus, right? And then you got on Saturday, Saturn, right? The planet Saturn, right? It's ruled by Saturn. Okay? What we got on Saturn? Saturn is, right? It represents restrictions, discipline, and the passage of time. Right? What do we usually do on Saturdays, y'all? Right? We go run errands. We go handle all the business that we need to handle that we didn't get a chance to handle throughout the week. We go grocery shopping, all of that stuff. Sometimes people do it on Sundays as well, but Saturdays, we knock out all that stuff, right? Finishing projects, right? Because we got a little bit of time on our hands that we are able to handle things, right? So this is what happens every single day, right? Now let's go into Sunday, right? It's ruled by the sun. Sunday is ruled by the sun. Right? It's good for success, leadership, creativity, and spiritual growth. Right? This is when you want to cast your vision. This is when you want to think about the future. Right? On Sunday, before you rest. And when do you rest? You rest on Moon Day, which is Monday. Okay? So the market was moving slow because it was Moon Day. There are some people that only trade on certain days because those days are with the energy of that planet, and they understand that the stock market will move in conjunction with the energy of that day because it's ruled by that planet. Right? This may sound weird to some of y'all, but I promise you guys it's not weird. In your life, this is existent, right? Oh, it's Monday. It's Monday. I want you to start looking at, when do you guys have meetings at work about certain topics, right? I know a lot of times you're going to have meetings on Mondays and stuff, but that's because capitalism is taking over, right? But if you look at how the world is operating, it's a lot of times in alignment with the planets, because these billionaires and politicians, they know the game. They know what's really going on out here. They know that they have to be in alignment with this stuff to get the best results, right? Why do you think the first quarter of the year is always a lot less revenue made and the stock market drops, right? Because it's wintertime. Even when we think about the seasons, and then springtime, the market starts to go up because why? New life, a new season, spring, right? So it's like you got to understand. And in the summertime, which is Q3, well, you have pullbacks because in the summertime, right, when you look at agriculture, that's the time where your crops are getting attacked. And then the fourth quarter is when your crops harvest, and then you go and you get all your crops and you get all your money, right? And you get all your harvest that you've been working all year to build up and to grow. And that harvest is supposed to last you through the wintertime because nothing grows in the wintertime. So when you start to dig deeper into this game, you can start to organize your life around these things. And you can make your life easier, and you can make life work for you rather than you always working under life, right? You don't have to be under life's thumb. That's capitalism making you feel like you got to do X, Y, and Z and keeping you blind, right? But when you really understand this game, you really start to change your life in a way that you never even saw fathomable, all right? So listen, y'all, I hope that this video made sense. All right, it may have gone over some people's head, but I hope it hit you, right? I hope it hit you. So let me know what you think about that. Am I lying? Is this stuff real or what? Right? Talk to me. Let me know what's up. All right. Like I always say, y'all, make sure you get up out your head. Go get into this world because your head is a dangerous place to live. All right. And also remember, y'all, the more you study, the less you worry. All right. Y'all have a great day, man. I'm going to holler at y'all on the next video. Y'all stay smooth. Peace.